Okay, hello, Mr. Noah. Let's get into what we reviewed today. So we were doing up strums and down strums and also learning how to switch between the G and the C. Okay, so you're holding your guitar just like I know you can. You did such a good job today. You're going to curve your fingers just like you did in the class today, and you're going to put it on G7. So G7 right here is that first string. And you've got 4 strings that you'll play. So how many strings will you play in G7? 4. Okay, so from here, you'll play that G7 like this. And let's hear 4 down strums. Ready? And go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. So you really want to make sure you hear that one. So you got to put a lot of pressure on the tippy tip of your finger in order to hear that first one, but you did so good today. Noah, I was so proud of you. So now let's go on to the C chord. So you had that G7 chord, so I wanted you to roll up into that C. So remember, we rolled down to the G7 that has 4 strings that you play. Then you're going to roll it up to that C chord, and you play 3 strings. So from that one, remember keeping it nice and arched like the McDonald's arches. See how my knuckle is like that? You play 3 strings. So from this one down, let's hear some 4 down strums from these 3 strings. Ready? Go. 1, again, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm sure you did great. Just make sure you're using the tippy tips of your fingers. And now let's roll down to that G7 chord and play 4 strings and 4 strums. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now roll up to that C chord using the tippy tips of your fingers. You're going to play how many strings for the C chord? 3. So now we go back, we play the C chord, down strums. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now let's roll back down to that G7 chord and let's do some up strums. So that one is just slightly like this, like up. So kind of like how you went down, you're going to just slightly rotate your hand to go up like I had your hand do in class today. So you're going to give me 4 up strums. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. And then let's try rolling our finger back up to that C chord. And if your finger's getting tired, of course you can switch fingers. You can use your middle finger. But let's roll up to that C chord. Pause the video if you need to. So the C chord, now let's do 4 strums of also up strums right here. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good job. So now let's roll back down to that G7. You're going to play 4 strings. 4 times total, but you're going to do this. You're going to go down, up, down, up. So let's give that a try. So ready? Go. Down, up, down, up. Good job. Now you're going to roll up. Roll your finger up. Okay. Play 3 strings as best you can. If you hit more, it's totally okay. So let's try 4 of those, down, up, down, up. So down, 3 strings, down, up, down, up. Good. Let's try that one more time, starting with the C chord on the 3rd string right here. Ready? Go. Down, up, down. Okay, give your fingers a break, shake it off a little bit, get that little blood pump into your fingers. You're doing such a great job. Now I'm so proud of you. So let's review that one other exercise to get all of our fingers really strong. Okay, so this one, let's put our first finger on the first fret just like we did earlier for the G7, but you're just going to use the first string here. You're going to take your pick on that first string by itself, and I just want you to get as close to that fret as possible, but not on it, just behind it. Pluck it, and it should sound just like this, and you did so good. I'm sure it does. So now let's add the next finger, get to the next fret just behind it, pluck that one. Good job. Let's go ahead and switch to the next fret with the other next finger. Put that pressure down. Use the very tips of your finger to push hard. Play that first string. Good. And then the hardest one is your pinky. So let's try that pinky. Push down really hard for that fourth fret just behind the string, or just behind the fret on that string, and pluck that one. Good job, Mr. Noah. Okay, so let's try going backwards. Pinky again. Push as hard as you can to get that string to resonate. Nice and clean like this. And then you're going to switch back to that ring finger in the third fret just behind the frets. You're going to pluck that one. Good. And then you're going to switch fingers. Get behind that second fret. Use your middle finger. Press as hard as you can on the tip of that one. Pluck it. Good. And then you're going to switch to this one, just like you were in the G7 position, but we're just using one string right there. Pluck this one. Ready? Pluck it. Good job, Mr. Noah. Okay, you did so wonderful today. I will see you next week, and have a great weekend. Bye.